Outside the negotiation halls, artists and activists tried to remind delegates and the rest of us what's really at stake. Artists like my friend and colleague, Ben Von Wong. Ben built a bold art installation right at the entrance of the UN headquarters.
And I spent over a month in Geneva getting this project up and running. I don't know if I've had a project that was more successful, at least from the press reports that we have. 5.5 billion impressions. The reason that I focus on global treaty negotiations is because I think that these, although there are only 5,000 people in that room, it is the 5,000 people in that room that are going to define plastic policy for the next couple of decades.
I find myself wondering what else can be done. Beyond waiting for the next negotiations, where do we go from here as individuals?
I think it's just a question of figuring out which role do you want to play? And with the full understanding that no single pathway is going to be enough. All of it needs to happen at the same time. So long as this process keeps going on, I just need to continue finding ways of showing up and creating pieces that hopefully help allow this conversation to be at the forefront of politics and policy and advocacy in the way that I know how, which is creating massive art.
But after 2 weeks of tense negotiations, world leaders walked away without a treaty yet again. No deal, no roadmap, just more delays in the face of a looming crisis. So if the global system can't move fast enough, where do we turn for solutions? The science is clear. Plastic is poisoning our ecosystems, our health, and our future. And while a treaty is critical, waiting for global consensus is no longer enough.
We are trying to think about how to solve the plastics crisis, but sometimes in isolation of other UN goals. And when you start to show where that intersects with the plastics crisis, the solutions become a little clearer. The number one material typically found in landfills in countries around the world is actually food waste, not packaging. And when that food goes to landfills, it emits methane, which is a really potent greenhouse gas, even more potent than carbon dioxide, so has a huge climate impact. One of the hardest things about getting that food out of landfills is that it's wrapped in plastic. You can redesign those food contact items to accompany the food to a compost facility. You start to unravel this web of this system of plastics problem.
That's where the conversation must go, to real, scalable solutions that can actually reduce plastic at the source and that we can implement in our communities.